Oilers Nation, let's cut straight to the heart of the matter, shall we? Are we, as a fan base, collectively losing our minds over a trade that's barely had time to breathe? Or is this raw, visceral anger and skepticism a completely justified response to years of goaltending trauma? I mean, seriously, how many times can a team with generational talent at its core stumble at the most crucial position before the collective psyche of its supporters shatters into a million pieces? We're talking about the Stuart Skinner for Tristan Jarry swap, a move that, on paper, was supposed to bring a calming, veteran presence to the crease. Instead, it feels like it's just poured gasoline on an already raging inferno of anxiety. Remember the collective sigh of relief, that fleeting moment of optimism when Jarry first arrived? He looked composed, he looked steady, he looked like the answer to prayers whispered by a fan base desperate for stability between the pipes. 3 games, folks, 3 games of what looked like exactly what the doctor ordered, and then, poof, he's on injured reserve. And just like that, the goodwill, the nascent hope, evaporated faster than a puck off Connor McDavid's stick. Now, the comment sections are a war zone, the talk shows are ablaze, and every single fan is dissecting this move with the intensity of a surgeon, fueled by a potent cocktail of impatience, skepticism, and the crushing weight of past disappointments. This isn't just about a trade, it's about the very soul of the Edmonton Oilers championship window. It's about whether this current iteration of the team, with its unparalleled offensive firepower, can finally overcome the Achilles heel that has plagued them for what feels like an eternity. We've seen this movie before, haven't we? The high hopes, the mid-season adjustments, the desperate search for that missing piece, only for it all to unravel when the pressure mounts. The trade of a local kid, Stuart Skinner, who despite his struggles showed flashes of brilliance and a deep connection to the city, for an outsider who immediately lands on the shelf. The optics are, to put it mildly, brutal. It's a gut punch, a reminder of how fragile this whole enterprise is, and how razor-thin the margin for error truly is for a team with Stanley Cup aspirations. The question isn't just, did we make the right trade? It's, can we ever get it right in net? And right now, the answer from a significant portion of Oilers Nation is a resounding, frustrated, and deeply worried, I don't know. And that, my friends, is a terrifying place to be. Let's dive deeper into the raw nerve that this situation has struck. The most common refrain echoing through the digital canyons of Oilers Nation is a perfectly valid one. We still don't know what Jarry is, and they're absolutely right. 3 games, as impressive as they might have been in terms of composure and steady play, is hardly a definitive sample size. It's a tantalizing glimpse, a whisper of potential, but it's not the full story. How will Jarry perform when the Oilers aren't playing their best in front of him? When the defensive breakdowns are rampant, and he's left to face a barrage of high-danger chances? Will that calm demeanor hold? That's the crucible, the true test that Skinner faced repeatedly, often unfairly shouldering the blame for systemic issues. Until Jarry endures that same chaos, until he proves he can weather the storm when the team in front of him falters, the debate over who is truly the better fit, the more reliable presence, remains wide open. But let's also be fair. To completely dismiss what Jarry did show in those initial 3 outings would be disingenuous. The Oilers weren't searching for a goaltender who would single-handedly steal every game. They were looking for a calming influence, a netminder who could absorb pressure, make the routine saves, and prevent the catastrophic ones that often deflated the team. In that brief window, Jarry delivered precisely that. He looked poised, he looked in control, and he brought a sense of stability that had been sorely lacking. That composure, that ability to settle things down, is a valuable commodity, even if it doesn't answer every single long-term question about his durability or his ability to steal a playoff series. The frustration, the anger, it's not necessarily about Jarry's performance in those games. It's about the cruel twist of fate that immediately sidelined him, leaving fans with nothing but what-ifs and a gaping hole in the lineup. The injury, plain and simple, is the accelerant here. If Jarry hadn't gone down, if he had continued to play consistently, the narrative would be entirely different. We'd be talking about a successful acquisition, a crucial piece falling into place. Instead, the optics are terrible. A local hero traded for an injured player who has yet to prove his worth over an extended period. And with Jarry reportedly set to return this week, the pressure cooker is only going to intensify. The Oilers have a monumental decision looming. They can't realistically carry 3 goalies for long. Is a Jarry Ingram Pickard tandem truly robust enough to navigate the treacherous waters of the Western Conference playoffs? This is the uncomfortable, terrifying question that keeps Oilers fans up at night. The window for this core is not infinite. If this is truly one of their last prime shots at the Cup, rolling into the postseason without absolute, unwavering certainty in net is a gamble that could haunt them for years. The trade deadline still looms large, a potential safety net, but also a stark reminder that this goaltending saga is far from over. So, where does all of this leave us, the passionate, long-suffering fans of the Edmonton Oilers? Right now, this trade, this entire goaltending situation, is unequivocally incomplete. To label it a failure at this juncture would be premature, fueled more by anxiety and past scars than by objective analysis. But to call it a resounding win would be equally naive, given the limited sample size and the immediate injury setback. What we're witnessing, what we're feeling isn't just a reaction to Tristan Jarry. It's a culmination of years of goaltending anxiety, of heartbreaking playoff exits, and the gnawing fear that this might be the last best chance for this incredible core to hoist the Stanley Cup. Every move, every injury, every save, every goal allowed is magnified through the lens of that immense pressure. The underlying issue that led to the Skinner trade wasn't solely about career numbers or playoff statistics. It was about trust. By the end of his tenure, fairly or unfairly, it became evident that the team in front of Skinner no longer played with the same confidence. That erosion of trust, that subtle but significant shift in team psychology, is often the death knell for a goaltender in a high-pressure market. In that sense, the trade was less about definitively winning the deal by acquiring a statistically superior netminder, and more about hitting the reset button, about injecting a new energy and a fresh perspective into the crease. It was an attempt to change the psychological dynamic, to give the team a new slate, a new face to rally behind. As Jarry prepares to return, the spotlight will be blinding. Every save will be scrutinized, every goal allowed will be dissected. His health, his consistency, and his ability to perform under the immense pressure of a playoff-bound team will dictate the narrative. If he can stay healthy and provide the steady presence the Oilers desperately crave, this trade could still be viewed as a masterstroke, the crucial piece that finally solidified their championship aspirations. But if the injury bug returns, or if his play falters, the calls for another move, another desperate search for goaltending salvation, will only grow louder. This debate, this emotional roller coaster, isn't going anywhere until Jarry is healthy, tested, and proven in the crucible of meaningful games. And frankly, it shouldn't. This is the Edmonton Oilers, a team on the cusp, and every decision, especially one as critical as goaltending, demands this level of passionate scrutiny. So, what do you think, Oilers Nation? Are we being too harsh, too quick to judge? Or is this deep-seated skepticism a necessary defense mechanism after years of heartbreak? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button if you feel the tension, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis as this crucial season unfolds. We want to hear your take on this goaltending saga.